Through digital archives, a new age unfolds. A universe of knowledge, a story to be told. These pages glow with pixels bright. My virtual journal filled with light. Exploring truths I'm destined to find. My virtual journal filled with light.
Welcome to the GVP Virtual Journal. Hi everyone, my name is Rick J. Savannah and welcome to the GVP Virtual Journal. This platform is designed to bring together insightful research, updates, and discussions all in one convenient online space. Whether you're a student, professional, or simply curious, here you'll find articles and resources that cover a range of topics that can be interesting and relevant to your field. The GVP Virtual Journal aims to create a vibrant community by sharing knowledge and encouraging collaboration across disciplines. Our digital format makes it easy to access and engage with the latest information anytime, anywhere. We invite you to explore, contribute, and stay connected with the ever-evolving world of research and innovation. Thanks for joining us on this exciting journey. Today, the people pleaser. And the definition of a people pleaser. A people pleaser is an individual who habitually seeks to gain the approval and acceptance of others by prioritizing their needs, desires, and expectations above their own. This tendency often involves going to great lengths to avoid conflict, criticism, or disapproval, even at the expense of personal well-being or authenticity. People pleasers may experience difficulty asserting themselves, setting boundaries, and expressing genuine feelings, as their primary motivation is to maintain harmony and be liked by those around them. While this behavior can foster positive social interactions, it may also lead to emotional exhaustion, diminished self-esteem, and compromised personal integrity. And the right time to be a people pleaser. In contemporary society, the concept of being a people pleaser often carries a negative connotation, associated with a lack of assertiveness or self-worth. However, it is essential to recognize that there are appropriate contexts and times when adopting a people-pleasing attitude can be both strategic and beneficial. Understanding when it is the right time to prioritize others' needs and expectations can foster stronger relationships, facilitate collaboration, and promote social harmony. Firstly, during initial stages of relationship building, whether professional or personal, demonstrating a willingness to accommodate and support others can establish trust and goodwill. In such scenarios, showing empathy and attentiveness by pleasing others helps create a positive impression and lays a foundation for mutual respect. This approach can be especially valuable in team environments where cooperation is vital for success. Secondly, in leadership or service-oriented roles, a degree of people-pleasing is often necessary to understand and meet the needs of those being led or served. Effective leaders must balance assertiveness with responsiveness, ensuring that their actions align with the welfare of their teams or clients. Here, pleasing others translates into active listening, empathy, and flexibility, which enhance morale and productivity. Moreover, during conflict resolution or negotiation processes, adopting a people-pleasing demeanor can de-escalate tensions and encourage open communication. When parties feel heard and valued, they are more likely to reach amicable solutions. Thus, strategic people pleasing serves as a tool for mediation and consensus building. However, it is crucial to distinguish genuine people pleasing for constructive purposes from excessive self sacrifice that compromises personal boundaries and well being. The right time to be a people pleaser is when it aligns with one's values, goals, and the context demands consideration of others' perspectives without neglecting oneself. In conclusion, being a people pleaser is not inherently detrimental. Rather, its appropriateness depends on timing and intent. Employed judiciously, pleasing others can enhance relationships, leadership effectiveness, and conflict resolution. Recognizing the right moments to engage in this behavior ensures it contributes positively to both individual and collective outcomes. How to be a people pleaser? Being a people pleaser involves consistently seeking to satisfy the desires and expectations of others, often prioritizing their needs above one's own. While this approach can foster harmonious relationships and social approval, it is essential to understand its implications and practice it mindfully. The following guide outlines steps to become a people pleaser in a structured and considerate manner. Number 1. Develop empathy and active listening skills. To effectively please others, one must first understand their feelings, perspectives, and needs. Cultivating empathy allows for genuine concern and responsiveness. Active listening, paying full attention, asking clarifying questions, and reflecting feelings demonstrates respect and facilitate meaningful interactions. Number 2. Cultivate a positive and approachable attitude. Maintaining a friendly demeanor encourages others to communicate openly. Smiling, using polite language, and exhibiting patience help create an inviting atmosphere. A positive attitude signals willingness to support and engage with others. Number 3. Recognize and respond to social cues. Observing nonverbal signals such as body language and facial expressions aids in discerning others' comfort levels and preferences. Adjusting behavior accordingly can prevent misunderstandings and improve interpersonal dynamics. Number 4. Offer genuine compliments and assistance. Providing authentic praise boosts morale and strengthens bonds. Volunteering help proactively when noticing someone's needs reflects attentiveness and generosity, key traits of a people pleaser. Number 5. Prioritize cooperation and flexibility. Being open to compromise and adapting personal plans to accommodate others demonstrates commitment to harmonious relationships. Avoiding rigid stances reduces conflict and increases satisfaction among peers. Number 6. Manage boundaries thoughtfully. While aiming to please, it is important to maintain personal integrity and well-being. Setting clear yet respectful limits ensures that one's efforts remain sustainable and sincere, preventing resentment and burnout. In conclusion, becoming a people pleaser requires a balanced combination of empathy, attentiveness, and adaptability. By approaching interactions with respect and consideration, one can nurture positive connections while preserving personal authenticity. Now, the concept of being a people pleaser. Being a people pleaser is often viewed through a critical lens, yet it embodies certain merits that can be advantageous in various social and professional contexts. Fundamentally, a people pleaser is someone who strives to accommodate the needs and desires of others, frequently prioritizing these over their own preferences. One rationale for adopting a people-pleasing approach is the facilitation of harmonious relationships. By demonstrating empathy and responsiveness to others' expectations, individuals can foster trust and goodwill, thereby enhancing interpersonal dynamics. This is particularly beneficial in collaborative environments where cooperation and mutual support are paramount. Furthermore, people pleasing can serve as a strategic mechanism for conflict avoidance. By proactively addressing concerns and adjusting behavior to meet the comfort levels of others, one may reduce tensions and preempt disputes. Such an approach contributes to a more stable and productive social or work environment. Additionally, the inclination to please others often reflects strong emotional intelligence and social awareness. These traits enable individuals to read social cues effectively and respond appropriately, which is a valuable skill in leadership roles and customer-facing positions. However, it is important to balance this tendency with self-care and assertiveness to prevent potential drawbacks such as burnout or loss of personal identity. When managed properly, being a people pleaser can thus be a constructive trait that promotes positive interactions and societal cohesion. In conclusion, while the term people pleaser may carry negative connotations, the underlying attributes, empathy, adaptability, and social attunement, are essential components of effective communication and relationship building. Embracing these qualities judiciously can lead to both personal and collective benefits. Now, situations to be a people pleaser. In various social and professional contexts, individuals may adopt the role of a people pleaser to foster harmony, build relationships, or achieve certain objectives. Recognizing situations where such behavior is prevalent can provide insight into interpersonal dynamics and personal motivations. Number 1. Workplace collaboration. In professional settings, employees often engage in people-pleasing behaviors to maintain positive relationships with colleagues and supervisors. This may include agreeing with opinions during meetings despite personal reservations or taking on additional tasks to accommodate team members' needs. The desire to be viewed as cooperative and reliable frequently motivates these actions. Number 2. Family gatherings and dynamics. Within familial environments, individuals might prioritize others' preferences to avoid conflict or maintain peace among relatives. This could involve acquiescing to family traditions, mediating disputes, or suppressing personal desires to uphold familial bonds and ensure a harmonious atmosphere. Number 3. Social interactions and friendships. Among friends or acquaintances, people-pleasing can manifest as agreeing to social invitations or favors despite personal inconvenience. The motivation often stems from a wish to be accepted, liked, or valued within a social group, leading one to compromise personal boundaries for the benefit of others. Number 4. Customer service and hospitality roles. Professional and service-oriented roles typically exhibit people-pleasing tendencies to enhance customer satisfaction and loyalty. This includes accommodating special requests, remaining patient during difficult interactions, and going beyond standard duties to meet client expectations. Number 5. Negotiations and conflict resolution. During negotiations or attempts to resolve disputes, individuals may adopt people-pleasing approaches to create goodwill and find common ground. This can involve concessions, expressing empathy, or de-escalating tensions to facilitate mutually beneficial outcomes. While being considerate and responsive to others' needs is valuable, It is important to balance such tendencies with self-awareness and assertiveness to prevent potential negative consequences associated with excessive people-pleasing. And now, example of people who are people pleasers. People who are classified as people pleasers often prioritize others' needs and desires over their own, sometimes to their detriment. Examples of such individuals can be found across various contexts. Number 1. The overcommitted employee. An individual who consistently volunteers for additional tasks at work, even when overwhelmed, in an effort to gain approval from supervisors and colleagues. Number 2. The agreeable friend. A person who habitually agrees with friends' opinions and plans, suppressing their true feelings to avoid conflict or disappointment. Number 3. The family caregiver. Someone who sacrifices personal time and well-being to tend to family members' needs, often neglecting their own health and interest. Number 4. The student avoiding confrontation. A student who refrains from expressing disagreement with classmates or teachers to maintain harmony and be liked by peers. These examples illustrate how people-pleasing behavior manifests in different roles, frequently driven by a desire for acceptance, fear of rejection, or avoidance or conflict. The inspirational potential of people-pleasing in leadership and personal growth. In contemporary discourse, the term people-pleaser is often imbued with negative connotations, suggesting a lack of assertiveness or self-identity. However, when examined from a nuanced perspective, being a people-pleaser can paradoxically serve as a source of inspiration both in leadership roles and personal development. This formal analysis explores how individuals who prioritize others' needs and strive for harmony can become compelling role models and catalysts for positive change. As its core, people-pleasing entails a deep-seated desire to foster goodwill, offer support, and maintain social cohesion. These qualities are fundamental to building trust and rapport within communities and organizations. When channeled constructively, such tendencies demonstrate empathy, patience, and active listening, just quintessential to effective leadership. Leaders who exhibit genuine concern for the welfare of their teams inspire morale and loyalty, which may, in turn, elevate collective productivity and innovation. Moreover, people-pleasers often display an exceptional capacity for collaboration and conflict resolution. Their willingness to accommodate differing viewpoints encourages inclusive dialogue and mutual respect. This approach can galvanize diverse groups toward common goals, illustrating that harmonious interpersonal dynamics are not only desirable but achievable. In this capacity, the people-pleaser becomes an emblem of unity, demonstrating that leadership founded on kindness and consideration is both viable and valuable. From a personal growth standpoint, embracing the role of a people-pleaser can facilitate self-awareness and emotional intelligence. The conscientious effort to understand and meet others' expectations requires introspection and adaptability, fostering resilience. By balancing their intrinsic desire to please with healthy boundaries, individuals can model a balanced approach to self-care and altruism. This equilibrium inspires others to cultivate empathy without sacrificing their own well-being. In conclusion, while traditionally viewed through a critical lens, the attribute of being a people-pleaser holds significant inspirational potential. When aligned with authentic intent and mindful boundaries, it cultivates empathetic leadership and fosters environments characterized by respect and collaboration. Thus, Individuals who identify as people pleasers can indeed serve as powerful inspirations, demonstrating that leading with kindness and attentiveness is a formidable catalyst for personal and collective success. Now, being a hero through people pleasing, a balanced perspective. In contemporary society, the notion of heroism often conjures images of extraordinary feats and self sacrifice. However, an often overlooked path to heroism lies in the heart of being a people pleaser. When approached with balance and sincerity, this trait can foster harmony, support, and positive change within communities. A people pleaser, by definition, seeks to satisfy others' needs and ease their burdens. When this inclination is grounded in genuine empathy and ethical considerations, it transforms into an invaluable asset. Such individuals act as mediators, caregivers, and facilitators, promoting cohesion and understanding among diverse groups. Their attentiveness to others' feelings and desires can prevent conflicts, heal divides, and nurture environments where everyone thrives. Moreover, being a people pleaser in this context requires courage and discernment. It involves prioritizing collective well being, sometimes over personal interest, demonstrating humility and resilience. By championing others' happiness and success, these individuals inspire reciprocal kindness and cooperation, thus generating a ripple effect of altruism. Nevertheless, it is essential to maintain boundaries to avoid the pitfalls of excessive people pleasing, such as burnout or loss of self identity. When balanced thoughtfully, this trait embodies a form of quiet heroism characterized by service, compassion, and commitment to others. In conclusion, heroism is not solely defined by grand gestures, but also by the everyday choices to uplift and serve those around us. Being a people pleaser, when practiced with integrity and awareness, can indeed serve as a powerful expression of heroism in the fabric of social life. Now, benefits for you and society when you are a people pleaser. Being a people pleaser, often viewed through a critical lens, can in fact confer significant benefits, both to the individual and to society at large, when approached with balance and self-awareness. This disposition involves a genuine concern for the well-being and satisfaction of others, which fosters harmonious interpersonal relationships. Prioritizing others' needs and striving to meet their expectations, individuals cultivate empathy, patience, and effective communication skills. These attributes enhance social cohesion and create supportive environments conducive to collaboration and mutual respect. From a social perspective, people pleasers contribute to the establishment of trust and goodwill within communities and organizations. Their willingness to accommodate diverse viewpoints and resolve conflicts amicably promotes inclusiveness and reduces social friction. Moreover, such individuals often serve as mediators or facilitators, helping to bridge gaps between differing interests, encouraging cooperative problem solving. On a personal level, individuals who embrace people-pleasing behavior with appropriate boundaries may experience increased social support and positive feedback, which can bolster psychological well-being and a sense of belonging. This can lead to enhanced emotional intelligence and the development of meaningful, lasting relationships. When tempered by self-care and assertiveness, the inclination to please others becomes a powerful tool for fostering both personal growth and collective harmony. In summary, while it is essential to maintain healthy limits, being a people pleaser offers numerous benefits, including improved interpersonal dynamics, strengthened societal bonds, and enriched personal fulfillment. By balancing altruism with self-respect, individuals can positively impact themselves and the larger community. And to be a people pleaser will reveal something about you. The tendency to be a people pleaser often reveals underlying aspects of one's personality and emotional framework. At its core, this behavior indicates a strong desire for acceptance and validation from others. Individuals who strive to accommodate and satisfy those around them may do so out of a need to avoid conflict or rejection. This inclination can also reflect an empathetic nature, where the well-being and happiness of others are prioritized, sometimes at the expense of personal boundaries. Moreover, being a people pleaser can uncover an individual's struggle with self-worth. When one's sense of value is heavily dependent on external approval, it suggests a delicate internal foundation that seeks reinforcement from societal interactions. While this threat might foster harmonious relationships in the short term, it can ultimately lead to emotional exhaustion and diminished authenticity if not balanced with self-respect and assertiveness. In essence, the impulse to please others reveals a complex interplay of empathy, insecurity, and the human yearning for connection. Recognizing these dimensions allows for greater self-awareness and the cultivation of healthier relational dynamics. And beautiful things happen when you are a people pleaser. The phenomenon of beautiful things occurring when one adopts the role of a people pleaser can be examined through a nuanced and formal lens. Individuals who prioritize the needs and desires of others often foster harmonious relationships and cultivate an environment of mutual respect and cooperation. This selfless orientation may lead to positive social outcomes such as increased trust, goodwill, and collaborative success. By consistently demonstrating empathy and attentiveness, people pleasers can create meaningful connections that enhance both personal and communal well-being. Their willingness to accommodate and support others encourages reciprocal generosity, thereby generating a cycle of kindness and understanding. Furthermore, this approach can facilitate conflict resolution and promote a sense of belonging within diverse groups. While it is important to maintain healthy boundaries to prevent self-neglect, the deliberate choice to act considerately and prioritize others' happiness frequently results in enriching experiences and the manifestation of beauty in human interactions. Thus, the disposition of a people pleaser, when balanced with self-awareness, can be instrumental in producing beneficial and aesthetically pleasing outcomes in social contexts. And to be a people pleaser does not guarantee security or safety. In contemporary society, the inclination to please others is often misconstrued as a pathway to achieving security and safety. Many individuals adopt the role of a people pleaser, striving to satisfy the expectations and desires of those around them. However, this disposition does not inherently confer the sense of security or protection that one might anticipate. Being a people pleaser entails prioritizing external validation over personal boundaries, which can lead to vulnerability rather than safety. The fundamental misconception lies in equating approval with stability. While positive social relationships are undoubtedly beneficial, relying excessively on others' approval creates dependency and diminishes self-agency. In environments where shifting allegiances and conflicting interests prevail, those who consistently seek to please may find themselves exposed to manipulation or betrayal. The perceived safety derived from acceptance is tenuous at best, and it is contingent upon the approval of others rather than grounded in self-assuredness. Furthermore, the compulsion to please can erode psychological resilience. When individuals suppress their authentic thoughts and feelings to conform, they compromise their emotional well-being. This lack of authenticity may result in increased anxiety and stress, further undermining the very sense of security they strive to achieve. True security arises not from external information, but from establishing firm boundaries and cultivating self-respect. In conclusion, while the desire to maintain harmonious relationships is natural, being a people pleaser should not be mistaken for a source of security or safety. Genuine security is fostered through self-resilience, integrity, and the courage to uphold one's own values regardless of external pressures. It is imperative to recognize that personal safety emerges from within, not merely from the approval of others. Now, advantages to be a people pleaser. Being a people pleaser, often viewed negatively, can nonetheless offer several notable advantages when approached thoughtfully. Firstly, individuals who strive to accommodate the needs and desires of others often cultivate strong interpersonal relationships. Their willingness to listen and respond positively fosters trust and goodwill, which can be invaluable both personally and professionally. Secondly, people pleasers tend to develop heightened empathy and emotional intelligence as they frequently consider others' perspectives and emotions. This skill set enhances communication and conflict resolution abilities. Thirdly, their cooperative nature often makes them effective team members and leaders who facilitate collaboration and harmony within groups. Finally, by prioritizing other satisfaction, people pleasers may find themselves frequently called upon for support and guidance, thereby expanding their social networks and opportunities. In summary, while maintaining balance is essential, the threats associated with people pleasing can contribute to meaningful connections and successful social interactions. Now, disadvantages to be a people pleaser. Being a people pleaser, while often seen as a positive trait, carries several notable disadvantages that can impact an individual's personal and professional life. Firstly, people pleasers frequently struggle with establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries. Their tendency to prioritize others' needs over their own can lead to exhaustion, burnout, and neglect of self-care. This constant self-sacrifice may also foster feelings of resentment and frustration when their efforts go unrecognized or unreciprocated. Secondly, individuals who are excessively eager to please others often experience difficulty making autonomous decisions. The desire for approval can result in compromised values and suppressed authentic opinions, which undermines personal integrity and self-confidence. Such behavior may hinder personal growth and limit opportunities for genuine self-expression. Furthermore, being a people pleaser can affect interpersonal relationships negatively. Others might perceive the pleaser as insincere or overly compliant, potentially leading to manipulation or exploitation. Additionally, by prioritizing harmony at all costs, important conflicts might be avoided rather than addressed, preventing the resolution of underlying issues. In professional context, excessive people-pleasing can diminish productivity and effectiveness. The reluctance to say no or delegate tasks can overwhelm the individual, reducing their ability to focus on priorities. It may also impair leadership qualities when assertiveness is necessary for decision making and accountability. In conclusion, while the intention to be agreeable and accommodating is commendable, being a people pleaser entails significant backward. Recognizing and mitigating these disadvantages is essential for fostering healthier relationships, enhancing self respect, and achieving balanced personal and professional lives. And finally, I hope that it will be valuable for everyone who's listening today. It will be a great pleasure if you choose to follow me for the next episodes. Thank you very much.
Through digital archives, a new age unfolds. A universe of knowledge, a story to be told. These pages glow with pixels.